We're live.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Ethan.
My name's Allie.
We're obviously with BombBomb, although I'm wearing my prompt t-shirt this afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us live. You may have noticed we've been going live a little bit more, and we're going to be dipping into the BombBomb mailbag, which is our way of sharing back with you some of the feedback we're getting, common questions, common requests, and sometimes not so friendly stuff. So we'll see a little bit of that later today, but we'll just warm it up here for a minute. Again, we've been going live a lot more over the past couple, what would you say, months?
Maybe like 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, so part of that is a series that we're doing called the Bombcast. We just had Sue Pinky Benson, a RE/MAX real estate professional down in Naples, Florida, on the Bombcast. And what was she talking about?
Pinky was awesome. She was super cool. She came on and she has actually she came in second, right? On our Real Estate Video Influencer Award in the live category. So she's consistently going live. She's doing a 12 Days of Christmas live show right now. I think today was her last day. You might be able to catch it on her Pinky Knows Naples page. But she gave some awesome tips, like what pages you should be going live on, whether it's your business page or your personal page, kind of finding your niche market. Like if you're a big Disney fan, just stick with Disney. Hit up all the Disney people. Or even just promoting it, how to get back in on the comments, re-engaging old audiences, things like that. So she's super helpful and really skilled in the live category. So I definitely just kind of scroll down a couple posts and see her original piece from yesterday. And we can also reshare it in the comments.
And I feel like it was also, we all got all the way down to the level of, so how do I even go live? And I think we even covered that. So
definitely.
So again, after the mailbag, this episode of Mailbag's over, you can catch that right here in the videos tab on the BombBomb Facebook page. What we're doing with the mailbag, we've done one episode so far. We covered a lot of ground there, and we did a little bit of a hard reset. We felt like it had a little bit of a split personality. Is this mean tweets or is this feedback from customers? And so we did a hard reset on it. What we're doing here with the mailbag is welcoming you into our side of the business on what do people wonder about? Because if one person has the question, it's a safe assumption that 20 people have the same question or 200 people have the same question. And if you have a comment or an observation to share, other people have that, but they maybe haven't raised their hand and shared that out. So we're bringing this forward. This is in the spirit of the 5 BombBomb core values, by the way, are relationships, humility. So there's definitely humility in this, spirit of service, flexibility. So we're definitely flexible in taking feedback and folding it into what we do, as well as fun. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it. So Allie, you've picked 4 pieces that we'll be pulling out of the mailbag today?
Yeah, 2 are, there's definitely a lot of different types of feedback here. We're even going to share some tough ones just to show that, we listen and we're trying our best. But actually, we've decided to kind of show you guys the customer success floor and the sales floor. So Jason is with us, and
Hey, guys.
Yeah, he's going to show you around. Take us through.
All right. So here we are. I'm coming to you guys from the other side of the building because as we were just talking about, one of the core values about BombBomb is relationships. We care about your success, but we also know that our employees matter a ton. So here I am. I'm with our sales team right now. These are the people that when you call into, you're talking with. In fact, you may have had a conversation with this guy. And this is Mariana, our fearless leader, who's always helping you guys out. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes look. So as you come around the corner here, what you're going to find is this is the trenches. This is the team right here. It's a Friday afternoon, and they're still hard at work. We've got Convict. We've got a bunch of other people. Right here, I've got Zach. And Zach is one of our newer members, just came on board. One of the questions I want to ask Zach was, Zach, tell me, like, in just the last month, what's one of your favorite interactions you've had with one of our customers?
Ooh, I probably have to say today, I had a nice story prepared, but then this nice gentleman called in, and he was telling me stories, and he was like, hey, do you have a wife? And I was like, yeah, I've got a wife. He's like, you have kids? And I was like, no, not yet. He was like, okay, I want you to go home tonight, and I want you to give your wife a hug and squeeze her 3 times. And then every time you're out in public and you can't tell her I love you, just give her 3 squeezes. That way, when you guys get later on in life, if you lose the ability to communicate, you can still tell her I love you. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's the nicest thing anyone said all day.
Right, and you probably got that because you were so nice to him in the beginning, right? So these guys are in the trenches. Sometimes they're answering tough questions. So Zach's going to bring us our first question of the day from the mailbag. Zach, what do we got?
See, Jacqueline asks, none of our agents see the cost being worth it. They say YouTube can do the same except email.
Ethan, how would we answer that?
So sure, YouTube is a great channel. In fact, we're streaming live to YouTube right now. All of our live streams to Facebook also go to YouTube where they live. We upload videos into YouTube, and you should be doing the same thing. In fact, on the Bombcast, which we do live on Facebook and YouTube, we've shared a lot of videos that agents are getting great traction on. I'm thinking of Paul Balzotti up in Bellingham, Washington, who's generating great ROI on one video that he made and put into YouTube. But BombBomb is all about communication, whether it's to one person or to multiple people. And so if you want to use YouTube to do what we help you do a lot faster and easier at BombBomb, you need to record the video. So you need some software to be able to record the video, save it to a folder or your desktop. Then you upload it to YouTube. But the video is not for everybody. It's just for Jennifer, that lead that you've communicated with a little bit but has gone cold on you. You just want to re-engage that. And a video is a great way to do that, especially over distance. So you're going to mark it to unlisted or private. And then you're going to screenshot the video. But so that she knows it's a video when she gets it, you're going to want to add a play button to that. So then you put that into an email. You done now?
Yeah.
So you put that into an email, and then you link that over to the YouTube video. And then you can send that in an email to Jennifer and tell her to click the button to hear a video message from you. And then when she clicks it, she's over on YouTube. And what happens at the end of a YouTube video?
You don't know who watched it. It's just sitting there.
Yeah, and you come up with a bunch more videos to watch. It fills up with 9 more videos to watch. You got more videos down the side, and you don't have. Oh, Jason's joining us. Let's go. Wild.
Hey everyone, we're back. I'm off of my mobile device.
Okay, cool.
Here we are.
So, so you're sending someone to an environment that you don't control. So what BombBomb does, whether you do it with your phone, or whether you do it with your laptop, or whether you do it in Gmail or from Salesforce or from any number of integrations we have, we send your video for you nice and clean and professional. We're the recording and the hosting all in one. We generate an animated preview at the beginning of every single video so that when people get it, they know how long the video is and that it's an actual video because it's you waving, or you can have a whiteboard to let them know that it's just for, in this case, I made up the name Jennifer. It's just, hey, Jennifer, checking in, right? So we do a lot of things. Basically what we do is take that whole process and streamline it. The real estate professional, and then I'll wrap and go to our next one. The real estate professional who's recorded and sent more videos for the purpose of building relationships and growing his real estate business more than any other real estate agent on earth, and I'm 99% confident in this, is a guy named Kyle No in Oklahoma City, a BombBomb customer for a few years now, and he sent more than 7,600 videos. You would never, if you were relying on the YouTube process or a Vimeo process or one of these other processes, because of the steps involved, because of the time required, you would never do that. So if you're using YouTube, keep using YouTube, but this is not a replacement for YouTube. This is a complement to it, and it's a much more personal, streamlined, fast way to lead with your very best sales asset, and that is who you are.
Exactly.
So next we're going to get into one that Brandy read for us. Brandy was actually a client care associate, and she recently moved onto the email design team. So she's actually still dealing with a lot of client care questions through creating those custom templates, which you can get with your BombBomb account if you upgrade, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we asked her to read this, and it's a little harsh. So we're gonna show that scene right now.
Hi, my name is Brandy. I work here at BombBomb, and we get lots of feedback from you guys, and we love hearing your feedback and responding to your feedback. For example, here's one from Simon. You guys actually suck. I've unsubscribed from your marketing emails, but you continue to spam me. I sent you multiple support emails and video requests during my trial, and all of them were ignored. You expect people to give you money when all you do is push out with zero engagement. Major fail suckers.
You're back. So that's hard to hear.
Ouch.
So of course, this is the deal. We get feedback like this. This is probably cancellation feedback, or it came into support. We do NPS feedback. So when this one comes in, we look at everything because we want to get better all the time. And so in this case, there are 2 main issues. One, Simon feels like he reached out for help but didn't get any. To that, I would say a couple things. First, Our sales team, like yours, is motivated in part by commission. We have a very healthy fixed portion of that compensation package, but it's also commission based. If you reach out and you want help in your trial from our support team or from the team member that's been assigned to be directly available to you, we want to reach out. In fact, we couldn't find any non-response communication to him in particular. And in fact, we did find that we reached out to him proactively as soon as we saw that feedback and didn't get a response. We're here. We have a whole team of people, and one of them is about to join us in a minute. And you just saw some, Jason. You just introduced us to a handful of them. We're all here. We're in our Colorado Springs office, and you might get to watch the sunset live, by the way. That's Pikes Peak behind us in a setting sun. We have a whole team here, and our support team in particular is available to you 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We respond to emails and phone calls. So it's terrible that he had that experience. We had internal conversations about that, but it's very atypical.
Right.
And we track our customer satisfaction score and our NPS, and we're actively engaged in that process. The other side of that is you keep sending me emails I don't want. Now, I'll be honest, emails can be kind of hard, especially when you're managing multiple different databases. And I'm sure if you are a real estate professional or someone else who's managing a database directly, you understand the challenges of that. And I personally do not want to send you any email that you don't want to receive. It doesn't do any of us any good. It creates ill will. It creates bad brand name. And so if you ever get an email that you don't want, it's good chance one of them's coming from me. There's an unsubscribe button on it. And if you don't even want to go to that step, just hit reply and say, remove me. In fact, I got one of those today. We sent out, we do newsletters at the beginning and the middle of the month. Gentleman replied, remove me in all capitals. So I went and removed him from the two main systems that we send email from. Sent him a 23-second video reply and said, hey man, I thank you so much for the reply and thank you for letting me know. I don't want you suffering in silence. You know, I don't want to send you email you don't want to get. I've manually suppressed your email address in both systems. His reply 2 minutes later, because I saw the alert notifications, I knew he was watching it. 2 minutes later, he says, actually resubscribe me. I need to get off my butt and get going with this. And so
that's awesome.
It's great. So anyway, we don't want to send you email you don't want to get. And so if you ever get anything, just reply and let us know. We will remove you. We're doing the best we can. If you attend a webinar on one address, start a free trial on another address, and then become a customer on another address, because I know I have, how many email addresses do you have?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
How many do you have?
At least 3, yeah.
I have 3 myself. So if you do these things, you're in our database with 3 different email addresses, there's a good chance that that's going to produce emails you don't want to get. So if you want to shut down one of those addresses, just let us know. We're happy to do that.
Well, and I think the cool thing about this too, for everyone that's watching, and if you just joined us, please give us a comment so we know who's watching.
Good call.
And also just let us know, have you had this kind of experience before? We're all in businesses where we're working with customers. Sometimes those customers could be your employees. Some of those are people that you're actually doing business with. But sometimes getting that kind of feedback from people that are feeling frustrated, we've all been there. So drop a comment in. Have you had that kind of experience? Because part of the reason we want to go live and we want to be transparent is so that there's a little bit of empathy here so that you know you're not alone. Sometimes in business, you get this kind of feedback. You get people asking you these questions, and it hurts, and you want to get defensive. And sometimes it's just nice to have a safe place like the MailBag where you can come and realize that you're not alone in the process. So give us some feedback. Let us know if you've had this experience before. While you're doing that, we've got a great question, and we had to pull in an expert on the matter. Now, at BombBomb, we got a bunch of millennials that work here. But in general, we have a single resident millennial, Convict, who is our resident millennial here at BombBomb. And he's going to read the next question for us. So Convict, we'll throw it over to you, man.
It is for the millennials. If you have an attention span of 6 seconds, this program is for you. Thanks, Gordon.
Right?
What do you think about that as a millennial?
What were we talking about?
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. I think what Gordon's getting at is this idea that video is only for millennials. So thanks, Convict. We appreciate it bringing us that question. I think this is interesting for me because I think a lot of times people think that technology forward ideas are only for the, quote, younger generation. And that's not true at all. What this is it's consumer driven. Any of the data that you look at around video consumption and
the strides that it is, and why 17 was the year of video and 18 will continue to be the year of video is because it's what consumers want, not demographics specific to Facebook. And this one is massive. The people that are spending the majority of time on Facebook, I'm going to break it to you, are not millennials.
No.
Okay. The people that are spending time on Facebook are Xers and boomers. The millennials have actually evacuated, if you will, the Facebook space, and they're moving over to Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook Messenger, which is just blowing up right now from a messaging app and how many users it's getting. So you have to remember, video is consumer driven. It's not demographic driven. So think about your consumers. When you get in front of them, you're building a relationship with them. You're being able to connect with them in a more meaningful way. It doesn't matter how old you are, that matters. So that's one of the big things. And this is a bit of a soapbox of mine because I hear it all the time, right? People look at us, they think, oh, well, you're young, this makes sense, da 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 da. The reality is that's not true. Look what the consumer trends are saying.
Yeah.
So,
and the other piece here too is if you have something to communicate to a prospect, a client, a partner, a business associate, or anyone else, you need to communicate that to him or her, whether they're 21 or whether they're 51 or any age in between or above or below. And so your options are generally typing out plain text or hitting record and talking to someone. And we're convicted here at BombBomb that you are your own best sales asset, and you can save time, make a stronger connection, and communicate typically a lot more clearly by hitting record and talking to someone regardless of their age. And in fact, some of our customers, we do a lot of business in real estate. And I'm thinking of the Kiplings in Tucson that sell a lot of retirement property. So they're dealing with, in general, an older demographic. And they say, this is amazing because they're coming down to the Tucson area to retire, but they live in Massachusetts, or they live in Oregon, or they live in Kansas. And so this ability for them to reach out to their customers, again, it's not about age. So
exactly. And it's about making a better connection. It's about communicating more clearly. And no one is going to look at a video and hearing from you and think, oh, that's not for me, right? It's about making that ability to rehumanize that communication. And that's the core element that we're focused on. It doesn't matter age. Again, consumers are looking for three things. They're looking to like you, trust you, and know you. And that should be what's driving you and motivating you to step into this medium, regardless of what it is. Go back and watch the Bombcast from yesterday with Sue, who isn't a millennial, who's working in Naples with a lot of the snowbirds, very similar to the Kiplings in Arizona, and she's dominating Facebook Live. So let me just, for anyone out there that feels like, this is my soapbox again, but that this is just for the millennials, it's not, and you're missing out on a massive opportunity. Drop a comment in. Do you agree, disagree? Are we right? Are we wrong? Would love your feedback before we roll into our next piece of feedback.
Okay, our
Allie,
next
what do we got?
one. We've got Porter. This one is also a little tough.
This one, we struggled. We went back and forth, like how deep do we go and pulling the curtain back and showing you guys the feedback that we get. But we thought on this one, let's go all the way. Let's show people the dark underbelly of emails that we get. So let's roll it, Matt.
Hi, my name is Porter. I'm one of the customer success managers here at BombBomb. We listen to your feedback, and here's a great one from Aiden. You pricks. You won't let me delete my account, and it is causing a nightmare. So please get the back to me and sort this out. Gangsters.
All right.
I would also like to add that Porter has a beagle that he loves and is constantly posting about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected Porter to have a beagle. I don't know.
I know. Porter's sweet. People are already jumping in the comment there. Porter, we love Porter. We love Porter as well. He really threw himself out there to pull back the underbelly of some of the harsh things that come in that we read. I mean, where do you go from here?
So I knew what this was without even investigating. We did investigate it. And again, all of this feedback that we're sharing with you through the mailbag, we take all of this feedback as soon as it comes in. We have a number of channels and we respond to it. So this has already been addressed.
Absolutely.
And my instinct on this one was exactly right. He was in a trial. The trial expired. He installed the Google Chrome extension, which is a great way to use BombBomb directly inside your Gmail inbox. And he didn't uninstall it. So his trial was over. And so that's easy. You don't need to cancel a BombBomb free trial. And for a customer, you can cancel it in your account or pick up the phone and call us. And we'll say, are you sure? Are you sure? And then we'll let you go. And but you do need to uninstall the Google Chrome extension if you've installed it. It's a Chrome extension. It's attached to your browser. And so in this case, we just had to send him basic instructions to go in, select it, and just hit the trash can. And it went away really quickly. But the main thing there was this frustration level. And so we have a great deal of empathy for that. What did you think? Like you rounded up some of these pieces of feedback. What was your thought here?
I mean, I really love the line that we're gangsters.
Right. Jesse was even commenting on that. Like, F them gangsters. Like, really? Like, come on. I mean, you've seen videos from us. We're not that gangster.
I mean,
no.
I really love the line. Well, that was me talking again. I just think, you know, it's so easy for somebody to get angry and send it behind a screen, you know, without their face showing. But I was talking to some of the client care associates like just yesterday, and they're saying it's amazing how often we get people like that on the phone and they just calm down and they're so much easier. And that's kind of with that face-to-face communication.
Yep, that is a great tip. So we have a number of people that are in a customer service or customer support role. Again, I send a ton of emails, so I get a ton of replies. I share that story about the guy that was like, get me off your list. And then I sent him a video. He's like, put me back on your list. And so the F-bombs that dude dropped, I'm sure I didn't see it exactly, but I'm sure they were all caps, right? Like in an email. And the dude was just a little bit hot in the moment. And here's the thing, it probably wasn't even the Google Chrome extension that had him hot. Maybe he had a bad situation happen. Sometimes someone gets up on the wrong side of bed. Someone has the wrong thing for lunch and they're just set in a bad way, right? And so they end up taking it out on customer service people. So if you are in a customer experience or customer support or customer success type role at all, the ability to immediately de-escalate the situation by connecting with someone directly. Again, breaking through what we have talked about a lot is the epidemic of facelessness, where people do things when we're not face-to-face. I'll do things and say things that I would never do if I had to look you in the eye. The guy would never look Porter in the eye and say, F-bomb, 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 gangster. He might say gangster.
I mean, Michael just dropped a comment, you know, actually, you don't need always have some people you're just never going to make happy. And that's true. Absolutely. Definitely. We've all had that experience, right? If you're in any sort of business, you're always working with customers. You're always working with people. And there are always those experiences that you're going to have that you just never make them happy. But one of the things that's unique, and again, why we're doing the mailbag and why you guys have joined us. Thanks if you just joined us. Saw a couple people pop on. Welcome to the mailbag. One of the things that we want to bring you is this value of even how do you handle that, right? I mean, I'm sure people have gotten that negative feedback regardless of your industry. And that is one unique thing about BombBomb when you begin thinking about this idea of sending videos out. We go back to the YouTube question a couple times ago. You couldn't send a YouTube video to someone saying, hey, sorry that you're upset, because everyone would see that. And even if you did send it as private and you do a password, people aren't going to click through and go through that process. One of the things that we often teach about with using video, and one of the top reasons you should be using video, is to handle negative issues, whether that's negative news that you have to deliver, whether that's handling someone that's sending you negativity. One, when you're able to take that and not reply instantly. I'm sure we've all written those emails, and then you look at it and you're like, should I say that? Should I not say that? You delete this, you put it in your saved, you come back to it, you sit on it, because you're trying to, how are they going to interpret it and all these different things. When you sit down and do a video, you're able to not only rehumanize yourself, but you're rehumanizing them. The way that they treated you was not very humane. But when you're looking at someone in the eye through the camera lens, even though they're not there face to face, you're bringing value to them. You're bringing value to their frustration. And it's an incredible way to differentiate yourself in your business, because people are going to remember that. And so drop a comment in. Have you had that experience? How do you guys handle it? What does that look like for you? Because I am sure we could all sit around and tell stories about customers that have been frustrated. But at the end of the day, these are our people. Whether we love them or not, they're ours. We're going to take care of them. We're going to go above and beyond and create an incredible experience. And that's the differentiator, right? Think about, what are companies you've had an experience with where you're just blown away? Like anything that comes to mind for you guys of like customer service, handling frustrations. I mean, for me, it's Southwest. They do the best job of just caring for people, especially in frustrating situations. They're going to get you a different seat. We've all had that experience with airlines, the ones that do it well, and then the ones that not, United. And that's but we're all in that experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I had a quick story. And feel free, by the way, this is the mailbag. What we're doing is being transparent and real with you. We're coming to you with our core values of humility and service and a little bit of fun. It's kind of fun to beat people out. Am I right, Matt? Matt's our video editor. He had to beep those out because even though this isn't broadcast to television, we're still trying to keep it a little bit clean for you. So it's a little bit fun to address these things. But we just want you to know what other people are thinking and what other people are asking. If you have a question or a comment that you'd like us to address here live, just drop it in the comments. We'll address it. But my customer support story, Patagonia, I bought a jacket when I was straight out of college, and that was a long time ago. Allie might not have even been born yet. And so I bought this jacket, and at the time it was really expensive for me. I mean, anytime you're spending 6 digits on something, or sorry.
6 digits?
Three.
So you could spend 6 digits,
it's like
but
it's like $120 or something like that, like a nice outer layer. And after 5 years or so, the shoulders started peeling, like the liner inside started peeling. So I called them up. They're like, put it in a box, send it to us. I sent it to them. They called me back when they got it and said, hey, we got your jacket. We can't repair it. So would you like us to either A, send it back, or would you B, like us to keep it and you can have a gift card? I was like, cool, I'll take a gift card. And so they sent it to me. And when I typed it in online to order from their website, I figured it would be $120 less 5 years of use. It wasn't. It was $120. They gave me full. So I basically bought a jacket for life.
Absolutely. For me, another one that was just a recent experience. You know, we're on the road a fair bit. Your luggage situation is important. You want to have that dialed in. Did a bunch of research and came up with a company called Away. Away Luggage. Check them out. I'm going to give them a massive shout out. But basically, they have a lifetime guarantee on their bags. And their bags are like the best 4-wheel rolling situation, which you want to have that dialed in when you're going through the airports. It makes everything easier. In fact, their wheels rolled so well that I was outside on a hill and I was getting into my Uber and I set it to like get my other bag, and my bag just started to go down the hill away from me and literally slammed into the side of a building. Like and like it never fell. Like any other bag would have fallen. But the wheels were so dialed in. So it nails that. I run down, grab it, I look at it, it's okay. But I notice my handle doesn't go back down. So I hit them up. They replaced the handle for me. On my next trip, the plastic around the handle cracks. So I hit them up again. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it happened. We're just going to send you a new bag. So they sent me a brand new bag. And on this bag, they had another piece that was broken, right? And again, by this point, you're thinking, is their quality off, or what is it? Am I just have bad luck trick? But the thing is that I never felt frustrated because they just took care of me along the way. And now I have my new bag, everything's dialed in, and I know if something comes up again, they're just going to take care of me. So it is. Check it out. If you need a good piece of luggage, Away, lifetime guarantee. That stuff matters, the way you handle people, the way you escalate it. So
there's also the Ritz-Carlton. Do you guys remember that story about the stuffed giraffe? When
I don't know that one in particular.
A family went on vacation. Their son left their favorite stuffed giraffe, so they called the hotel and was like, "Hey, can you guys send us the stuffed giraffe back?" Not only did they send them the stuffed giraffe back, they went around and put the stuffed giraffe like getting a massage.
Nice. They showed that they were taking care of them.
Like drinking probably a non-alcoholic pina colada maybe.
Right.
And then they sent all those pictures so they could tell their son, like, look, he was just having this fun vacation.
He's
been fine the whole time.
So good.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That stuff matters. I mean, I think about it in your own businesses. The reason why this is important is you have to have a strategy for this stuff because it's going to happen. People are going to be upset. There's going to be misinterpretations. So how are you going to handle customers when they come at you feeling frustrated? Something as simple as having BombBomb as part of one of your tools is a way to follow up, and that just is where you go to is a key thing. The other thing that we do a lot here is we give gifts. And there's a lot of great tools that you can look at that have completely automated this system, but you will be amazed. And maybe many of you on here already have t-shirts. Michael is asking, where do I get my t-shirt? But there's a system behind that. And so when you're able to work with someone, you're able to de-escalate them, and then you take care of them. A $5 Starbucks gift card goes a long ways when you think about that process and being able to care for people with a handwritten note. We did that early on. And you would just get so much goodwill from $5 to Starbucks. It goes a long way. So have a strategy, pre-buy some Starbucks gift cards, be ready for it. If you're not, what strategies do you guys have? Drop something in the comments, maybe something that we're not thinking about that you're doing, that the community of people that are watching or joining on the mailbag would get some value from. Otherwise, I think we'll take some questions. Do we have any other comments that we're reading today?
Andrew said, empathy has helped me de-escalate frustrated customers several times. A lot of times people just want to be heard and know that someone cares.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
just look at them in the eye and say, oh, here's a key thing. When you can look someone in the eye and say, I'm sorry, it's a lot different than typing it out. Sorry, thanks. Some of these words that we use in emails all the time by typing them out. When you look someone in the eye and say, I hear you and I'm really sorry that happened.
Totally.
Like, I'm sorry I sent you an email you didn't want to get.
Kenny thinks we need to send a t-shirt back to Michael. It would go a long way. So
I do. What's up, Kenny?
Absolutely.
The best car salesman for sure east of the Mississippi.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kenny.
I said it. So
looks like we got Michael Thorne on and Jesse. What's up, Michael and Jesse? Good to see you guys.
One of the reasons we spun off on this customer service, Ben, is that the mailbag is all about sharing with you that, we have a ton of feedback channels. We do NPS or Net Promoter Score surveys, and you have the option of including comments there. This might come to a surprise to some of our good customers that are with us here on the call or on the live, but not everyone who subscribes to BombBomb stays with us.
Yeah.
So if you cancel your subscription, we ask you why, and we take that feedback. And of course, we are open to you. We don't want any confusion, frustration, or missed opportunities for you. If you're ever wondering how to get more value, or why does this work this way, or am I able to do this, that, or the other, support.bombbomb.com.
Yep.
We have a library. It's organized really nicely. We've spent a ton of time, especially over the past 12 months, updating all that stuff, getting as many videos into those posts as possible. You can learn a ton in the support site. Of course, we publish to the blog. All three of us are actively involved in that for kind of stories and things. And when you need help and you're in the middle of it, again, 7 to 6 p Mountain Time, you can call us at our 866 number. You can get that off bombbomb.com/contact us, because I don't expect, even if I said it's like a radio ad where they say the phone number twice, I still didn't get it.
Nope.
Right? But it's 866-209-4602. Or you can email us support@bombbomb.com. And we want to know what you need, because we're here for you. We want you happy, satisfied, productive for your own benefit, and so that when those conversations come up and say, hey, what's a company that has treated you well, the same way you win on relationships and referrals in your business every day, we do too. That's one of the ways we've gotten to where we are, is by being honest and fair with people, and that's kind of the spirit behind the mailbag.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Perfect. All right. Well, I think we've covered everything. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on the second episode of the Mailbag. You'll be seeing future episodes in the new year. We'll probably take a break over the holidays.
Sure.
We'll be coming back at you in January. So make sure you do one thing. There's 3 little dots in this corner. It might be this corner over here. Turn on notifications. You'll get a pop notification when BombBomb goes live, so you're not missing out on the ability to interact and have conversations with us when we're live on Facebook. Have a great rest of your Friday, everyone, and we'll see you later.
Have an awesome weekend.
See ya.
Mailbag.